We are finally ready to start. Welcome to episode 10 of the Joda's Hour. First, this was going to be Dante and Case. Had to end up switching that off. Got a little bit of video corrupted. Instead, we brought in the big guns. We have Cam Fauria and Lydia Mordarski with us. Two great basketball players. Lydia's going to be going to Colby next year. Cam, she is going to be doing a little bit of prep school and then trying to get on D1 level. Going to be pretty good to be keeping up with that progress, seeing how it goes. We're going to start off this interview, though. First, I wanted to ask you guys. I'm going to give a little bit of history, actually, to the audience real quick, I'm realizing. I already got this history lesson from Cam and Lydia moments ago. They basically have played together. You played together in third grade is what you guys said. And then you guys ended up being rivals for a little bit. Ended up rejoining around high school, back on Fian and the Bay State Jags being as one team. So I want to ask you guys, going from playing with each other at the beginning at such a young age, having that little bit of area where you're rivals, then going back to playing with each other, what would you say that has done for your guys' relationship? Has it brought you a little bit closer as you had that competitive edge at one point and now you're both allies?
I'll say. So I definitely think it's not only helped our relationship, but we know how each other play. Like, it's so easy to play with her, and we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. But yeah, it's definitely made our relationship stronger, and we're really good friends now. So I'm definitely thankful for playing against her and with her, because it's been fun throughout the years.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I would say the same thing. If you went to any of our games, I know you did, I just give the ball to Cam. I don't even it doesn't have to be a good pass. I know she's going to catch it. It's, the level of trust when we play each other is expanded greatly. No one else will ever fill that. But and then our friendship obviously has gotten closer, and it's just fun to be able to play with each other after being rivals for so long.
Yeah, I imagine during that period there's a little bit wow, I kind of miss playing with her. It kind of sucks playing against her every single time as one of the best players on the other team. Not really the best thing every time. When you guys are on the same team, though, you guys have that dynamic duo where you can just go at players. Yeah. Saw some stats before this game. Peabody game, pretty sure you both had about 20 points, right? I'm pretty sure it was 20. Was it 22, Lydia, or 22 Cam? And then
yeah, it was 2022.
Yeah, 2022. I couldn't remember how it was split, but I know you guys both top 20. Just insanely impressive. Then in the game after that, believe Lydia, you got 19. Cam, you got 18 was all it was. You guys had 37 of the team's 51 points. You guys were 5 points away from totaling the other team's entire points as just two players. That was insane to see.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's definitely the whole team is involved with that. I know we have such a good team. Everyone on our team is able to play at the varsity level, but so it's just the passing and the camaraderie that all of us have, that definitely helped us get all of our points.
Yeah, shout out Kenzie.
Yeah, Kenzie.
Yeah.
Kenzie just gives it to me and I just go.
she knows where I'm going before she even passes the ball.
Yeah.
If you watch the games, you'll be able to tell.
She says her game plan is just to give it to Cam and Lydia, and then my game plan is just to give it to Cam, and then we're just confident. Yeah, we're just confident scorers, which is the difference between us and the other people on the team, because everyone's confident, but there comes a point where if we face adversity, we'd step up to get the points, but everyone helps out. It's not just a one-man game,
No, exactly. It's a whole team working as one unit. That's awesome to see. I'm happy that you guys mentioned Kenzie. She's kind of the floor general for you guys. Yeah. I did see her looking for you guys on a lot of plays, getting those passes across the court, obviously ended in scores and wins most of the time. So that's awesome to see. So I wanted to ask you guys, this year, obviously, the FIAM program took just a massive leap. It was so good this year watching you guys. Ended up going to more girls' games than guys' games, I'm ready to admit on camera. But I wanted to ask you, Coach Dolores, what is your relationship like with her? Because I can tell that she's obviously close to basically the entire team. So I wanted to ask you two specifically how it was for you.
So she's a coach, obviously, but she's also a teacher. And then it's also she's something it's a mentor. I know she helps me a lot with my schoolwork, and she wants me to succeed as a person and not just in the basketball field. So that makes it a lot easier, and the trust between us is a lot different than I've had with some of my other coaches. And that's the difference between her and just a normal coach, is she wants you to succeed, and no matter what you do, we could have a bad game and she's not just gonna not talk to you. She'll try to make you better and tell you what you did good and how you can improve. So that has definitely helped us a lot, the relationship with everyone. She makes it a parent, that it's a team, and we're family first, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy that you mentioned the point that she doesn't just ignore you after bad games, right? They have a coach acts like a 14-year-old. It's not going to help their team.
Right. I definitely agree. I feel I haven't always been as close with her, but this year I definitely, after just being close with everyone on the team, it made us close, like spending all this time together. She's a great mentor, like Lydia said, and she always checks up on us. Like, I know, like, all my friends, like, oh my God, there's your coach again. Like, she finds us wherever we are. we call her an FBI agent because she knows everything. Like, she'll bring up stuff that, like,
Cameron skipped school, like skipped 20 minutes of school for like a dentist appointment.
Yeah.
Dolores wasn't at school, and she's like, "Oh,
how's your day off?"
I leave school early. She's like, "How was your afternoon?" I'm like, "Good, thanks."
Yeah,
like,
so
what do you mean?
Yeah, it's funny. It's just like she's like, I kind of like see her as like a family member, like an aunt or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she's so I don't know, friendly and yeah.
Yeah, the fact she actually keeps up on you guys, I imagine, like, really shows that she cares
She's
about you.
on her toes,
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned the fact that you came in late one day and you left early one day. She noticed both of them. Yeah.
It's every, like, if like the basketball season's over and we're late, she's gonna be like, what were we doing? And I'll be like, sleeping. Like, what do you mean? What was I doing?
No, it's really easy to coach during the season, obviously. When the coach reaches out to you after that type of stuff, it really shows they care about their players. Yeah. So moving on a little bit. I want to ask you guys, we obviously brought up Lydia, you're going to Colby. Cam, you're going to prep school for a little bit. What are the plans looking like for the future for you guys? Like, do you plan on maybe even some position changes? Are you guys keeping the same positions, or what is the plan for college?
My position will probably become more like steadily just a guard. Like in Fian, me and Cam, like our positions alter. Like I could be the point guard, the 2 or the 3. Like I could even play the like big if I needed to, just because like it's like a different game. Same with Jags. It's more just like it's like positionless. You just kind of do whatever because everyone knows how to play. But in college, it's going to be more like set in stone and like you do this, like, and this is how you do it and stuff like that. So it'll be good to like focus on just one thing rather than having to know all the spots.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I meant to ask you guys this real quick before Cam gives her answer. I'm sorry, Cam. But so I was looking at the stat sheet or like the roster basically. I only really saw guards and forwards listed for girls basketball. Are there no centers really anymore? Or is it more of just a positionless game where it's just guards and forwards that mix around?
I feel like now the game has evolved so much, or like you kind of have to like know how to do everything. Like a while back, like centers were just known to like get the ball in the post and like put it up, but like now I feel like most people in women's sports, like your ball handlings have to be like up to speed, your shooting game and stuff like that. But I definitely think it has changed. Not a lot of centers. I mean, there definitely still are, but I feel like the numbers have begun to lessen as the years go on.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. It is a lot easier, or a lot better, honestly, for the team. It makes it more unique when everyone on the floor can do basically anything. You don't want just one person staying in the paint the entire time.
Yeah. And that's what like a center does, like, and then you're not as valuable, and like coaches aren't gonna want you because that's all you can do. And if you can't run and you're not in shape, like you just sit there basically. You know what I mean? But like people succeed off of that, but that's just not how we do it.
Yeah, obviously, if you're like 6'11", you're gonna succeed doing that. But if you're just a regular person, you're not gonna just really want to stay in the paint. You want to showcase your skills on the other side. Yeah. So Cam, now after I interrupted you before, what was your answer for the future plans?
For my future, so like Lydia said, in high school, I feel like, and Jags, like she said, like we kind of don't have a specific, position. I know in high school I'm more of like a big, but in AU I am more of like a 2 or a 3, honestly, mostly a 3, because we're practicing and playing with bigger girls, stronger girls, so I don't really fit into like the center forward category, but I can play those if I like want to. So I think in the future I'd probably be more of a 3 than like a bigger post or a forward player.
Yeah, so a 3 is obviously a small forward, right?
Yeah.
No, I think that actually is pretty good for you, Cam, because you obviously can shoot pretty good, and then you can drive to the paint very well, and you can still rebound out of the forward spot. It's not like you're just set up on the perimeter or anything.
It just makes you like that much more dangerous if you can do all those things.
Yeah, Lydia, I've got to ask you about this actually. I noticed during the season. Cam, I'm gonna ask you a similar question later, but Lydia, I noticed during the season your 3-point shooting was just insane. Was that something that you focused a lot on, just preparing and getting better at that, basically, or is that something that kind of was just natural for you as one of your better aspects of the game?
Honestly, no. Like I haven't been that good of a 3-point shooter my whole life. Like I take them. I'll take them all day. But like at practice this year, me and Cam were partners for it. We do partner shooting for like every practice for like probably 15 minutes, and like what you do is she'll rebound for me for a minute, and you just like go spot to spot, and we did 3-point shooting in that. So I'd do like 3 spots, so I'd literally get up like so many shots every single day. So I think that's what made them like the percentages go higher this year, and same with our whole team. Like there was one game our 3-point percentage was like better than our like layups.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And it was like, yeah, because it was like a big focus, because obviously there's teams that play us in zone because they can't cover us in man, so you're going to have those shooters, and like a lot of people stepped up, which is good.
Yeah.
As her rebounder, I'd like to say she does not miss. Like, no, like literally there will be times where I'll just standing under the hoop and just like give the ball.
Dolores told her we couldn't be partners
because I need to work on my rebounding. She makes every one, so it's not helping me rebound. But
we were like, no. It was so fun.
Lydia, you somehow got to the point where you're so good that you were hurting other people's development from how good it was. Cam couldn't jump up for a rebound. She was just standing there.
But then there'd be days like we'd have off days and the ball would literally go like there and then it'd go there and like Cameron would be like
just blocking it.
Yeah, it was like, oh my god. But it's so fun. Yeah, those drills are definitely like the changer this year.
Yeah,
'cause I don't like, you're supposed to just shoot every day, but like I don't do that.
Yeah,
and like form shooting, I do that. It's just like you take a ball then and like
just one arm it so you can get the arm going straight and stuff. That makes sense. That definitely adding repetitions just gets you better every skill.
Yeah.
Obviously, that seems like it worked for you for 3-point shooting. You can see throughout the year some deadly shots during that. So Cam, I obviously gave a little bit of preview of this one. I said I'd give you a similar question. You obviously mentioned your rebounding. Your rebounding and driving to the paint were some pretty actually gnarly things to watch.
Her little.
Yeah, the little jump back fade away. Yeah, exactly. So Cam, was that like a major emphasis for you before the season, or as I asked Lydia, has that kind of just been the natural thing that you've been drawn to?
Driving to the hoop or the move?
Do the move.
Yeah, maybe the move. Yeah, we'll talk about the move first.
Okay, well, I honestly, like, before like we started playing games and stuff like that, I never practiced that move because I feel like I practiced the step back move a lot, but I never really practiced the 1-footer like fadeaway shot that I always do. And the first time I did it, it was kind of just like, oh, like I can actually like finish
so
off of
Yeah.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
Yeah. So then it just started kind of becoming a habit, and I started like all the shots started falling, and I noticed that it was harder for the defenders to block that type of shot. You know, every once in a while they'll end up getting a hand up there and blocking it, but most of the time, like the first couple of tries that I do it, I'm usually successful. So yeah.
No, Cam, I remember seeing that move quite a couple times, and the craziest thing about it, it'd be like, you obviously know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah,
you know a sky hook move. Cam, you got like your own variation of the sky hook. You just go like that, you instead would jump back like that.
Oh, it's like I'm a good defender, and like I could 0 for 10. Like, I can't. It's like so hard.
Well, you think it's because of the release point being so high, or what would you say?
She's like falling back. And
if you lean over her, then you're gonna actually hit her body.
Like you would just slap her in the face.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah, there's literally, and she's obviously tall.
Cam, you might want to actually like trademark a name for that move.
No,
make
like,
a little bit of money
maybe.
from that. Yeah.
Retire that move.
Yeah.
The Fauria Fadeaway or something.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
could go pretty tough.
That works. We can call it that now. Yeah.
That's actually pretty great. We're gonna be calling it that for a little bit now. So, Cam, this is actually a little bit of a directed question on you, but now it can actually include Lydia too, because I did not realize your dad was a coach before this. But Cam, you obviously grew up in an element where it's all athletes around you. Your brother is going D1. He's at CU Boulder right now.
Yeah.
Don't even think I have to list what your dad did. It's pretty obvious right there. But for you, Cam, I wanted to ask, how has that changed your mindset on sports and athletics as a whole during your life? Lydia, you can answer this too, as your dad was a coach. Mm-hmm. So how would you say growing up around the sporting events, all that type of stuff, basically changed your outlook on it? Because a regular person's not going to look at the exact same as you.
So I definitely think I grew up in a competitive like atmosphere. All my siblings like played a sport. Like you said, my brother, he's at Boulder for football right now. My sister was a really good track athlete, and my younger sister plays lacrosse and like did a bunch of stuff. So definitely having siblings, and like, you know, my dad has made it my love for like basketball and just like sports in general grow. But yeah, I don't know. I just think I started basketball, I think in like 3rd grade, and ever since then I just really fell in love with it and fell in love with competing and, you know, the challenge. It's like hard at times, but seeing where like my brother and, you know, other people in my family have went for sports just makes me want to continue to practice and get better every day for basketball.
Yeah, I think having like a living example of what can happen when you put the hard work in, obviously Caleb shows that, just really helps you. But actually, you made a good point there, Cam. I didn't realize this until you started talking about it. Every member of your family has a different sport that they really focus on. You, basketball, Caleb, obviously football. Riley, you said, was track. And then Kiki, you said, is lacrosse, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's pretty cool seeing a family of just all different athletes, but different sectors of it.
Right.
I played against Riley in track.
Oh, yeah?
Did you, Lydia?
In middle school.
So much faster than me. Like, so much faster.
If you want to check out Rally 4A, check out the new Sonic the Hedgehog.
Movie.
Yeah,
shout out.
Exactly. One of the extras in the wedding scene. Amazing acting in that scene, I have to say so myself.
Trailer. Look for her in the trailer.
Okay, so Lydia, what about you? How has it been basically growing up around that type of environment?
Like similar to what Cam said, like my dad's been my coach since I was like probably in second grade.
Yeah.
And like all the way up to like he even helped out with JAG, so like kind of my whole life. And there just comes to a point where you like say you want to give up, like you want to make your dad proud. Like it's different when you have that atmosphere. It's obviously super hard sometimes because you have people saying like, oh, your dad's the coach, like that's why you're playing, you know what I mean? But like it's just like that bond you have with him and the trust that he has in you and you have in him and your teammates just makes it that much easier. And like I don't even know, like having Cam relate to that too, like we can relate to each other because there's points where we want to like die because we're like doing so bad and stuff, but like it's just like a mindset, like mental toughness and stuff is what they teach us. And then they're your dad, so they're obviously gonna like be there for you in other aspects, so it's not just all basketball, which usually that's what coaches are. So yeah.
I also like to include, so when, this is just like a random story, but so my dad was a coach and Lydia's dad was a coach in like middle school. And I know I mentioned this to you earlier, but we were like each other's rivals. So her dad would sub her in, and we were always like playing against each other, like guarding each other. And my dad would be like, go in, guard Lydia. And then I'd come out, and then Paul, her dad, would be like, oh, take Lydia out. Like, yeah. So it'd be like, it's just been so fun, like playing with her and against her this whole time, because funny stories like that always get brought up.
No, it's funny you guys had a little bit of a dance going on. Leah would take one step in, you'd take one step in.
No,
She'd
exactly.
step in.
Like my dad would be like, get in.
Yeah.
I just came out. Like, what do you mean? It was, like, so
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys said that your dads are like friends too, right?
Yeah.
You think that ever before any of these games there was like a bet, like I bet my daughter can lock up your daughter. Like that's why I started doing that. I got $5 on this right now.
I don't think it's ever been like that, but like
my daughter's gonna kick.
It's like we're gonna win. We're gonna win the game. It was all like jokingly.
Yeah.
Sometimes
like
semi-serious.
No, having that competitive spirit the entire time though makes sports so much more fun. If you're going to a game and you don't really care that much about it, it's just maybe we win this game. If we don't, it's fine though. We just go home. I don't really care that much. You're not gonna care at all about the game. When you want it, like I saw both of you. You guys were talking earlier about the bad games. Your guys' bad games are like 45% shooting still. Don't act like it's like I'm shooting like 20% or anything.
About our last game, like we will get like
I can't talk
angry.
about talk about it right now because I know I'll just like it'll bring up emotions from that day. But
that like shows that like
we care.
Yeah, it was something.
Oh no, 100%. It actually having passion towards a game is so much more valuable than just like being good at that, because if you care about it, those last couple seconds you can hit that clutch shot, you can get that final board or whatever you need to do. If you're good at it, the whole game you're gonna be doing that. I guess at the end you'll think like maybe I get this, maybe I just don't. It's so much better actually being passionate about it for sure. So I want to ask you guys, we've obviously talked a lot about basketball so far, a lot about sporting. In your personal lives though, what are you looking forward to for the future besides basketball?
I know, I gotta think about that.
You guys got time, real good.
I'd say like I've been around mostly like the same people my whole life, which I'm so thankful for like all the friends that I've made along the way and like, you know, keeping those relationships. But I definitely like am excited to like branch out a little bit, just like meet new people and like I don't know, like the different atmosphere. Like I don't know where I'll be next year yet, but I know I'll definitely like see new faces and learn a lot more, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Cam, you kind of went to private school your whole life, right? So it's kind of been the same group of kids throughout the entire thing. I think that definitely makes sense. That'd be a point you want to stress on, just meeting new people, getting new relationships for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Lydia?
I would say the same thing. And like another thing I'm looking forward to is like seeing all my friends like do well in sports. Like a lot of our friends are going to college for basketball.
Yeah.
So like I'm excited to see them succeed and like have them meet new people and stuff like that, and then we meet their new friends. But I like don't really like change that much, so like I'm not super excited about it, but like I'll be fine after a little bit, and like I'm excited to meet new people, and I love the coaches, and I know the girls on the team next year, so I'm excited for that. But I'll miss this.
No, 100%. People always bring up senioritis. I'm really happy at what you just said, Lydia. I don't really get senioritis. It's nice having this right now. Like gotta appreciate your friends and stuff. Like we don't know what's gonna happen within the next couple of months. Like anything can change. Just appreciate the time now for sure. You don't want to just think, oh, I can't wait till school's over. When school's over, it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so nice. But when school's over, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you could never see me again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Just be sad. Like there's probably about 95% of the grade most people won't really see ever again is a crazy thing, because everyone has that like 5% where it's their friends that they're connected to, they still talk to outside of school. The rest of them are going to kind of fall away.
They're just like school friends,
Exactly. You'll talk to a kid every single day in school. You'll think you're like really good friends with them. You get into the summer, you don't see them that entire summer.
Right.
Yeah.
This summer means that you're never seeing them again if you don't see them. It's a big thing.
Yeah, I definitely have senioritis for the schoolwork though.
Oh no, that's fully fair. Yeah. No, it's hard to do the schoolwork when you realize that you're already in college too. So I can't imagine that.
I'm failing calculus.
Tough topic.
Like bad, like really failing.
It's okay.
Nah, calc's hard.
Yeah. From here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally can only go up. But that's okay.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Well, you're still in the Colby, so we're all good. Hopefully you don't have to take calculus at Colby. It'll be fun.
I will. But that's good though, because then it'll be easier.
Oh yeah, you already got the hard
like
part
struggle now, so you won't later. But like struggling a lot. It's okay.
Okay, no, that's great to see that. So I want to ask you guys, I kind of asked this to most of the sports teams that come in. Can you look back at this basketball season or any over the last 4 years, and can you think of like a moment that stands out as being a little bit extra funny or like unique to you from the season?
I would say this year when we won against St. Mary's at St. Mary's. Wait, are you asking about like a basketball one or like a friend one?
Oh no, either way.
Okay.
I was talking about basketball, man.
Oh god. And so is that, because obviously we knew, like, if you compare, like, the players and the stats and, like, everything, like, you could argue St. Mary's is the better team, which, like, we had a whole career of success. Like, we weren't, like, used to that. And I don't know how much they beat us by, but they had already previously beaten us. So they were going into that game thinking, like, this is going to be an easy game. And we had to go all the way to St. Mary's, which was in Lynn. So that was, like, a while. And we were really prepared and, like, nervous, obviously, and, like, knew we'd all have to play our best. And so, like, when we won by like 2, and like it was a collective effort, like everyone gave 100%, so just like the joy after that. And then also like St. Mary's was a really respectable team, like they were happy for us, so it was just like a good time, and then like bus ride home too.
Now when the other team's respectful, it kind of makes the game a lot better, because you're not walking out like, wow, I hate this team, I want them done. Okay, we are back from the break right now. Cam, would you like to give your story?
This is really funny. Okay. Yeah, try not. Don't say names.
Yeah, I won't. So, this is a story, and it like whenever I think of like a funny basketball memory, or just like a memory that sticks out to me the most for basketball, it would be this one. So Lydia and I were both freshmen. This is when I got pulled up to varsity, so I wasn't on the team like for the whole year. It was like more like for the tournament. And after practice that morning, we were going out to breakfast with the team.
This is when Michael D was our coach.
Yeah. So we were going out to breakfast for the team, and I think it was because it was like the tournament season, right? Something like that. And we were all sitting down, like eating. Everything was fine, having a good time. And then like a sausage. I don't know who, still don't know who, but someone like throws a sausage and it hits the wall and then just drops. And everyone's like, what?
I'm pretty sure like another one was thrown and it like hit me or something. And like it was so funny. Everyone was laughing. And then like our coach was like so mad.
But someone has a video of like it happening, and it's funny because it's like you could see like the sausage stain on the wall. So like when our coach got mad, which is like
like so mad.
We were like, oh and everyone was just like sitting there like not knowing what to do. But it was.
It's just like a thing, like you just say sausage, like everyone is gonna be like, oh my god.
In the moment, it was like, probably not as funny, but like now I know like all of our teammates, if we like look back at it, we'd be like, oh my gosh, like so funny. Like, oh god.
No, this whole time I'm just picturing like a sausage smack and then
Like
slowly
imagine me
going
just, like,
down.
throwing a sausage at your face.
Yeah.
Like, and you're a freshman. Like, you're like petrified to even be there. It's so funny.
But yeah. Oh
Wait, was that freshman year that happened?
that
That
was
was
our
when we were
freshman year.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Did not realize that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
Welcome to the
still-
team moment. Yeah, for sure.
Still like the best memory I had.
No, it's so funny.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot that you guys had that coach switch of Coach Didi to Coach Dolores, obviously.
Yeah.
Was that shift kind of just natural? Was there not really any like bumps in the road, or did you take a little bit to get over it and get to the new coach and just be comfortable with it?
Yeah, you can do that.
So I had known Didi, my freshman year coach, for like kind of my whole life because my sister played on the team and he was like besties with my dad, whatever. He would go to my games like in 7th grade, so like I had a good relationship with him. So like for me, like I loved having him as a coach, but he was more like doesn't really bond with the team like as much as Dolores did. He was more like we're gonna win and like this is how we're gonna do it and we're gonna like run you, whatever. And like I liked that, like I liked that. But then transitioning to Dolores was like so much different. Obviously, just like she was a math teacher. She was more like she was the assistant, so she was super chill and like joked around all the time and like you couldn't really take her serious. Like I didn't. So like when she sorry that was bad, but when she became the coach. It was like hard like to like understand that she was my coach, and so I had to just like be respectful and like do everything she said, you know what I mean? So then her like personally our senior year she ran us like to the ground in the beginning of the year, which helped us all get in shape and like obviously helped us now, but it was just like so different. And then seeing her in the halls is like so much different than having a coach that you just never see.
Yeah, and especially with the first 3 years kind of just being like she was your friend on the team, then she switches to the main guy.
Yeah, and she, I don't know, just establishing her role of authority was like way different. Like, because I have our coach for Jags is like super like like know her place. Like you're not gonna mess around at practice. But like with her, she had formed a bond with me and like my family prior, so it was definitely a change, but it worked out.
Yeah, obviously worked out before the final game of the season. Your guys' record was 21-2, I'm pretty sure, which is just mind blowing to see for a high school girls basketball team.
Yeah.
Like, who would have expected that to be in the season if you got told we're only gonna have 2 losses basically this year?
Right. Yeah. No, it was insane. But if you want to say something.
Yeah, I don't really think I like should say anything about this because I like wasn't on varsity my whole like my freshman year. Like I said, I got pulled up, so I honestly like can't remember anything because he didn't really coach me. Coach Mess, who is the assistant now, was my coach. So honestly, like we practiced with varsity, but he didn't really come at me with stuff like shade.
He was basically like more business, and she's more like I want to get to know you guys.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's like this psychological thing where it's called nature versus nurture, where it debates what the best way to raise someone is. It's kind of like your coaches right there, where nurture was to Coach Dolores, the nature was obviously Coach Didi.
Yeah. Shout out Miss Corcoran.
Miss Corcoran?
And
She
Mr.
taught me
Sullivan.
Yeah.
She's gonna be so happy when I tell her this.
Yeah, so yeah, if you guys want, before we end the show, if you guys want to give any shout outs, you're going to do it right now.
Who should we shout out?
Oh my God.
I'm going to give one real quick, actually.
Okay.
Kira McGurk, as we're filming this, it's her
happy
birthday today.
It's Cameron's birthday on Tuesday, March
Yeah,
29th.
Cam.
If this gets posted,
We're going to have this posted before, I'm going to be working day and night to post this before Tuesday so we can get this out. Happy birthday early to Cam now, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Michaela,
Tegan, I love you.
We love you so much.
Shout out Aiden Kraut. You did this. Shout out Patron.
Shout out my family, my
My
dog
dog.
Coda.
I love my dog.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. You guys made me smile there saying that you love your dogs. I have had Bentley as the whole
yeah,
logo
I
for
forgot.
this company because I love my dogs.
You
So
have
that
a
is
dog?
great. Yeah, he's awesome. I'll show you some pictures after this.
Oh my God, I want to meet him.
Okay, well, that is going to be all for episode 10 of the Jodas Hour. We had Cameron Fauria and Lydia Mordarski in with us today. If you want to check out their futures, check out either of their Twitters. I'll probably link it in the bottom.
Oh,
in the
yes,
bio.
sir. My Twitter handle. What is it?
Cam4EN.
Lydia, what's yours?
Pretty sure it's just Lydia Mordarski.
Okay, check out Cam 4EA.
She has a YouTube channel too.
Do you have a YouTube now?
No, I don't.
She does.
Cut it out. She does. Used to. I used to.
Used to. Okay, well, if you want to check out the old Cam 4EA,
Follow me
check
on
that out.
TikTok.
Okay, yeah, follow.
No, don't.
Don't follow Lydia on TikTok, I guess. Okay, we're going to be wrapping up. This is the end of episode 10 of the Jodas Hour. We got the first 4A down. Need to somehow get to Caleb next and eventually get on WEI with your dad somehow.
Yeah.
Going to find that out. Not sure how yet. We're going to find out, though. This has been episode 10, though. Thank you for coming on today. This has been great.
Thank you.